everyone, welcome to Billie Holman Creations. Today I am going to get down, dirty, and dusty. I'm out in my shop and I need to get some items made for my big show coming up in September. So what I have here, now this is antler from an elk, good old Idaho big bull elk, and they've been cut about 5 inches long. And this is about how the circumference is on most of these. And what I'm going to make is business card holders. I sold quite a few last year, and I'm just down to the one I've kept for myself. So what I'm going to do is make a lot of noise. So I'll probably have to voice over some of these steps I'm taking. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here to the sander, the belt sander, and I am going to flatten an edge and clean up both ends. And this is going to stir up a bunch of dust. So what I'm going to be wearing is my good old ventilator, because you don't need to breathe this dust in. So I'm going to get going, and I probably won't video this. It's going to take me a bit. I'm just going to do one at a time, run through them, and I'll show you the results when I'm finished. So until I get back to you, I will be getting down and dirty and dusty. All right, see you in a little while. Bye. Hi everyone. I finished sanding these antlers on the belt sander. And what I did is I flattened the bottoms here so they'll set upright like so. I went around the edges and just highlighted the, the end of the antler itself there. That's an open end. That's an open end. What I'm going to do next is I just got a little piece of plastic paper, and this is my gauge for cutting where I want to place the cards. This will hold the business cards, and I was able to get 12 of these out of here. So I'm going to go ahead and take my Sharpie and just eyeball where I want those cards to set in, mark it with my Sharpie, and then I'm going to start cutting. So I'm going to get that done, and then I'll show you how I start to cut these. And I'm going to put you on my little camera stand. I don't know what you're going to be able to see, but here's I was thought maybe over here, a little closer. You can see what I'm doing. This is my little workbench here. I tell you, I've got, it's rather messy, but it's my little area here. My lamp. Oh, pardon my mother's humor, but I've got a light switch up here. A little golfer dude. And what that is that's a switch to a vacuum, which comes out this pipe here and sucks up the dust as I go. So I try to work as close to that as I can, and I'm not wearing my ventilator mask today. I'm going to be using just one of these masks here. My door is open, the fan is blowing, and this is when I get really dusty and dirty. So let me put you on pause, set you up. I'm going to go ahead and mark these, and I'll be right back. Well, I've got everything marked here. Don't know if you can see that one. The hard work begins. I've got 2 Dremel tools set up here, and the first one I'm going to be using is this one with a diamond cutter bit on it. So I'm going to do my best to get through the hardest part of the antler, which is right here, before you get to the the marrow, which is very hard itself. But once I get through to the marrow, the rest takes a little finagling, but it's a lot easier. So I'm going to go ahead and show you and cut this one real quick, and then I'll carry on with the rest. This will be quite a process with all 12 of these, because eventually, once I get the insides cut, and I try not to break them, I save them so I can use them for hair breadths. But anyway, once I get them cut, it's a matter of decorating. Sometimes I use turquoise beads, sometimes just to carve florals around it. It all depends on the mood, I guess, but let me get started with that. And then I'm gonna turn the video off and keep going. And it's gonna be noisy, so I'm gonna have to mute the noise out. So anyway, I'll carry on. Thanks for watching. We'll see how it goes. A mask on here. Get comfortable. You should be able to see me right here. So here we go. Okay, I've got the outline of that done. Whoops. Turn it off. Well, now I've got the outline, and I'm going to change bits on my other Dremel here. Now this is just a sanding bit. Don't need that yet. And, oh my goodness, my little screwdriver. There's a little wrench. Use your Dremel, you press this button, hold it down. Then I'm going to unscrew this so I can pull that out. And I've got a bunch of bits over here. Now, I want to go deeper and I want to make a bit of a curve. So I've got a bunch of bits right here. And to get into that corner and go around again a little deeper, I'm going to use this bit right here. Whoops, as I drop things down. Oh, let me see, where did that go? It's on a nail somewhere. Okay. Now, I don't want to put this all the way in. Give myself some room. Don't go all the way. Tighten it up. Come on. And tighten that up. Should be good to go. Get my mask on. We'll go to the next step.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay. I move.
Okay, boy, you've got to put pressure, you know, with the right hand, and I'm talking with a mask. Right hand, and pull with some pressure and hold with your left and keep an eye on it. Make sure your bit doesn't jump out, because that can really get you. And I'm going to look for a little pry bar here. I want to see if I got that loose enough to break into down there, and I probably need to go a little further. That's not going to fit. Where's my other? I haven't been out here for a while. You know, where everything's just kind of thrown around. But somehow I need to jimmy this out. Get it loose enough, because I'm in the marrow now. It's not as hard, but it's hard enough. And every antler is different. So I might have to go down again and a little deeper. Pick some muscle. Just kind of push and break it up a little bit. Now that needs to be deeper. Let's go on this side. It's breaking down in there. Takes a little strength, you know, for me being a girl. But these sure turn out pretty when you're finished. Get them shined up and nice decoration. And they're one of my best sellers. Like I said, I sold out last year and have to get ready for this show coming up. I'll still try to get a resin video out, but in the meantime, I might lose out on some Wednesday videos because I'll be working on these. Plus, I have other projects to do too. This is pretty thick. Sometimes you get a hammer and pound it in there. Twist it up. I'm going to go around one more time. Go a little deeper here. Bear with me. Here we go. Mask back in.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain.
Alright, that might have loosened it a little bit. Let's see. There we go. I'm just gonna pry that out. There's a tough spot right in this area here. No, hear that? Let's try this side. I still got my mask on, trying to talk through it. This side's not quite wide enough. It's a heavy-duty old knife. Hear it breaking. All right, baby, come on. There we go. Area right there is tough. It's gonna give. I know it. Yeah, if I can get in. I had a screwdriver here. There's a little one. There we go. There we go. There it is. There it is. Looky there. Now clean that up. I can carve something pretty on that and make a Brett. That's something else I'm out of too. So now I've got to go in here, smooth all this out. Dig out this dry marrow. I don't know if you can see me. And I've got bits for that. It's not easy, but it is possible. So, garbage there. Anyway, I'm going to continue on with the rest of these and at least get this step done. So I will talk to you soon, okay? Have a great rest of your day. Bye. Hi everyone. I'm hoping you can see at this angle and my hands, not my pretty face. Anyway, I have to laugh. I'm out in the shop. Now I left you when I was ready to carve the insides of this rough cut out. So I have one more left. This is it. I was able to do the rest. Now see, I've got smooth walls, a nice curvature here. I test to see if my business cards will be straight. And this isn't too hard because I have the right tools, I believe. It's just time consuming. So there's all 11 over here done. Now with my 2 Dremels, I've got this bit here, and it's pretty coarse. I don't know what it is. I call it a gouger. But it takes the more, oh my God, it takes the marrow out pretty easily. So I start with this one, and I'll probably go back and forth because I have a sanding bit on this Dremel here, and it's about wore off. I'm hoping I can at least get one more of these done before I have to change the sanding bit. And I don't have one here handy to show you what it looks like. But I use these a lot, and I use this a lot when I'm trimming my resin. Works really great. This is a coarse one though. I use a finer one when I do the resin. So I'm going to turn this on, make some noise, grab my mask, and I'll show you what I do here. Okay. And vacuum is on. Well, I just broke my sanding bit. They don't last forever. So let me show you what happens here. It popped off. And rather than trying to get it over that, I'm going to take a pair of pliers here and just cut and hopefully rip this off. There we go. There we go. Now I need a little screwdriver. There's a screw right here, and when you put your sanding bit on, the tighter the screw goes, it expands this rubber piece, and that's what holds your sanding bit on. This is getting a bit wore out. I've had it. This one's been used quite a bit. I'm going to flip it over and see if that helps. And then there's a wider mouth here, and this mouth, it kind of tapers here. So this is the one you want on the top. And then squeeze it on. Okay. Try to line it up straight on that rubber piece. That rubber piece is getting more. Anyway, get my little washer and screw back on there. That's the wrong screwdriver. Here it is. Get that in. As I try to tighten, it's gonna expand that rubber and hold it. So I went through 4 of these, doing all of these others here. I'm not quite wide enough to get in there, so I'm gonna just keep going a little more with this gouging bit, and I'm just gonna pause you while I'm doing that. That way you don't have, I can keep this video short and okay, I think I can wedge my way into it, but I'm close. And you can see the marrow starts over 1/4 of an inch down. So what I'm working with here is the actual hard part of the antler. So once I am able to get the bit in there, see, it's close. Get it in there, sand the sides completely. I made it a little level to where my cards are going to sit straight. And then I'm going to take this curve, come into this curve, and then take a little of the edge off like I did here. Clean that up a little bit, and we'll be ready to go on to the next step. So let's get this baby done. Okay, look at that. I reused my resin puppy pads and bring them out here. And this powder, when I can, I've got enough right now, but I save that because if I need to fill any holes, I can actually mix this with wood glue and use it as I need it. So I keep this little jar on the side, and I'll just sweep most of this off. I get dirty out here and I just love it. It's just crazy how I enjoy this so much. All right, now what I need to do before we start decorating is I have another tool that I purchased many years ago. And I can put the link on here, but this is an SCM power carver. And this runs on the air compressor with a speed of 45,000 spins per, I think it's second. It's pretty fast, but it's like a dental tool. And, oh, I can reach here. Ugh. And here are some of the bits that I use. Look how fine these are. Little tiny grinder bits here. Whoops. Little tiny grinder bits. I've got little pointy bits. You know, I used to do wood burning, but this has kind of taken the place of that because I can still cut designs and stain, which, you know, will go into the cuts. It looks gorgeous, but we'll get into some more of those things if you're interested. So please let me know. I know I've done a lot of resining, and resining is new to me. This is what I normally do. I mean, my antler carvings, and I have 2 other projects aside from these card holders that I want to go ahead and do, and I can show you what those are going to be using horns and antlers from both deer and elk, and they turn out great. But like I said, these were one of my best sellers. I'm out. The show is in 5 weeks, 5 or 6 weeks, so I'm going to get on with it. Now I have to oil my power carver here, and before I do that, I just press this button. I'm going to pop this bit out. This is more of a cutting bit, but what I want is a small round, I don't know if you can see how little that is. Is that little bugger? Anyway, I want to use this bit, and I'm going to assign the bottoms of these, and I push them in with a piece of wood straight down, going like that. Okay, and I have to keep this oiled. I don't want to burn up the little motor inside. So this piece, I'll tell you, these are wonderful. This I don't know what this costs nowadays, but this has been such a wonderful blessing when I was able to get this power carver. So just put a couple of drops in every hour or so that I use it. Keep everything running smoothly. Just 1, 2. And I'm going to go ahead I need to dream up a good logo. If any of you can help me with that. I mean, I use antlers on my business cards, but something easy that I can print off for thank yous, for business cards, and to sign. But this doesn't bring up that much dust. I'm not going to turn that on. My air compressor is on the other side of the wall, and it's turned on. All I really need to do now is just plug this in, and I hope we're rolling, because I've been talking. Okay, so just turn this on. Take a minute to get going. There we go. And believe it or not, that little tip is spinning pretty fast. So it's just a matter of finding a little place where I usually write my whole name. I usually just put a Billie Holman. And eventually I'm going to stain this piece, so you'll be able to see this once I get the stain on. I should date it, but I never do. I'm going to finish up with this. I'll be back when I get the rest of them done. See you in a minute. Oh, just pause. Okay, it's time to embellish. What I have here is miscellaneous pieces I've acquired. I like using these hearts. Now this is a bead, but I can bury that into the bigger edges of some of these, or I could bury that in there. I think that might be a bit of a tight squeeze. Don't have any large. Let's see, what do I have here for large that I could put a heart in? Possibly there. That might not be too bad. This one I believe I'm going to carve some florals in there, or I can put the heart inside, which I think would be nice. So just try to figure out what I'm going to put where. So maybe I'll do that. Put a heart in there. And I'll just set that aside so I know. Oh my goodness, I have a turquoise piece of jewelry, or it's a tack. I could always put that on one of these pieces, possibly in there. I'm trying to think of which would be the front. I think this would be the front. It won't fit there, but I think I'm going to put that in that one. Okay, there's two. What else do we have here? That's a piece of a necklace. That's real turquoise. Piece of petrified wood, but that's too plain. This is too fat. There's a nice polished polished stone. Oh, I could possibly use that, but then again, that's brown. So my best bet, actually, is to use these. Now these are not real turquoise, of course. I bought these on Amazon, and I can put the link to these. I think the majority of what I'm going to use is these here. Let me take another peek what's in here. That's a piece of, I don't know what that is. It's rather pretty. It looks like a guitar pick, but it isn't a guitar pick. It's too thick and it's too heavy. Yeah, I think I'm going to be doing mainly, oh, here's the bigger one. these turquoise pieces. There's 3 different sizes. And the heart. So what I'm going to do, oh, this is kind of cool. This is a bead. Now that could be put somewhere. Let's see. I mean, I could embed that there, but I'm cutting. That's the hardest part right there. I'd be cutting into that, but I think that would be cool, right? Or this one? No. Let me just stick that in there because that's a possibility. So, let's see, any more hearts? I could possibly put a heart there. Okay, I'll do that. And hearts are a bit big. I could possibly just put a piece of this faux turquoise in, or 2 actually. Let's just go with that. Let's see here. Now if that was the front, I could put a smaller piece right up there. Just a little accent, that's all I want. So we will do that there. Moving along, I could do it again here. In there like that. Okay, I could, oh, that's real turquoise pieces. We'll save that for something else. Let's see where we got. We've got this one, which not too much room there. Don't want to put it on the side. What I could do is, well, I'd go right here. I think we'll do that. Put that one here. And let's see. I want this to be the front. Well, is that the front? Yes, that'll be the front. So, let's see. Could do a small. Kind of like the upper corners here, don't you think? I think they look good right there. And let's see. This one could be another medium or small right there. I think that'll work. And that's another good spot for one. I have to go the medium size. I might have to go small. Actually, I get to put 2 there. Let's just do the medium. This one, throw that away. Where's my garbage? Oh, he's dumping trash. Okay, this one I'm not sure. I think the heart's gonna be too big. Yeah, we're gonna make these a little simple. Just put a large one right there. So I am going to, because I didn't grab it, I have a small circle template. I'm gonna grab that. It'll be easier to use that than just trying to trace the beads themselves. So I'm gonna go get my template and I will be right back. I can put these away too. We're done with those. Okay, be right back. Okay, here's my little circle template. If I wasn't so rushed, I would take a little more time to decorate these because, you know, I could drill holes and do some lacing with, what is that, cat sinew. I could do so many different things. I'm going to keep these simple. And I see a gouge there. Might have to sand that out. But for the time being, let me just get some circles drawn here. Let's see what I need. I need a little bigger. I don't want to go too big because once again, do 9/32. See if I can draw 9/32 here. Let's just start with this one and I'll work on this one, and then I can come back to you when I've got the rest done. This is the hardest part, honestly. I think this is the hardest part. But it's a little more tedious than the other. I'm just going to draw my circle. Okay. I'm going to get my power carving tool, change the tip. I want a cutting tip. A little box here. So I'm going to get a cutting tip. And one of my favorites is, where are you, baby? Right here. Oh, this one. We'll take this one. If you can see that. I'm going to take this one. Get that in place. I already oiled that. Stick it in there. I'm just going to cut out the basics, and then I can possibly use my Dremel to clean out the insides, but we'll just have to see. So let's see where this takes us, okay? And I might run out of memory on my phone. If I lose you, I apologize, but we'll catch back up, okay? Let me get this one going. Now, I'm gonna look at my bits here for my Dremel. These are pretty heavy duty cutters here. These are diamond tips. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try this diamond tip here and go in and try to work that down a little bit. So, get my little wrench. I might use my gouger too, so I'll leave that on there. Let's just change this one. So with a Dremel, press your button, get your little wrench, put some muscle and loosen this up. Oh, goodness sakes, it's on there. There we go. Pull that out, put this one in. I try to use my Dremel as much as I can and use the power carver for the real fine details, because those tips are pretty, the bits are pretty spendy. And I can get a larger area by using this. So, once again, mask, vacuum, and here we go. See that? That worked perfectly. It's set. I mean, it's fitting. I'm cleaning up my circle a little bit, but I'm going to go ahead, try to figure out how to fix this cut here, and do the rest. Then we'll stain and glue and finish these up. So, it's going to take me a bit of the afternoon, so have a good day, everybody. I hope you're all well. Thank you for joining me. Please, if you have any ideas, don't be afraid to comment. I love to hear from you. And hit the like button, and please subscribe, share with your friends. Thank you. We'll see you in a little bit. Bye. Hi, everybody. Whew. This took some time, but I've got them done. I did, however, mess up my heart. Of course, I went too deep and it just fell right in. So I'm thinking I might put a little resin in there and add something to it. Not quite sure. But that one's on a hiatus for now. I'm going to use mostly these little faux turquoise flatbacks, and the Indian head, I carved a spot for that. The hearts, I'm bagging the hearts because I messed up the one. I thought, no, I'm not messing up another one. Put that aside. So instead, I did more of the turquoise flatbacks there. And on this one, I carved a feather. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to stain them. This is the natural color, of course, of the antler itself, but a lot of times they fade whether they're in the sun or not. They get bleached out. Well, let me tell you something too, a little bit of information. This is a burr right here. This is where the antler attaches, of course, you know, to the scalp of the elk. Now, this one has not been sawed off with a saw. You know, a lot of hunters, if this is a killed deer or elk, you can see where they're cut off. The horns are just cut off. They rarely don't save the burrs, but this burr tells me that this elk naturally shed these horns, so are these antlers. So this was not a bull elk taken by a hunter. This was a naturally dropped antler, and I thought you might want to know that. I don't know, most of you probably know that, but some might not. And I'm going to try to get this open now. Golden oak light, I like to stain them between a light oak and a red oak. But let's just see what this looks like. That's pretty natural. It's not dark at all. So let me just stir this up. It's dark on my popsicle stick, but I think it's going to work nice. We're going to preserve the natural color of it in a sense and make them a little more glossy. So I've got my gloves on. I'll get my gloves on. And then after I'm done staining, all I need to do is just set these stones in with glue, and they're done. So, oh, come on, you. Let me show you how these will turn out. Let me get rid of that. And I like to use Q-tips because, well, for one thing, I don't have any foam brushes, and I don't want to waste a regular brush on foam or a regular brush on stain. So just dab it in. That's going to go dark because that's the inside. Just kind of slap it in there. Get a little on the outside. I can be generous. It's not going to change the color that much. There's the bottom. There's where my name comes through. At the end here. See if that feather shows up. There we go. That feather will be nice. Just a nice little touch. I do like carving feathers. We'll do that another time. Just get it on there fairly well so I can just take the rag to it, shine it up. And that turned out good. I could also darken that with a pen, but I don't think I will. I'm just going to leave it like that. I could paint it white. Maybe I'll do that. Paint it white with a black tip, like a traditional Indian feather. And I think that would be like a, oh, what are those? It's not a crow feather. Something else, but there we are. Polished up. Stained a little bit. And it doesn't change it too much, you see? Just shines it up a bit. You can see the details of the antler. And that's what I'm going to be doing for the next few minutes. So I will meet you back here when I've got this done and they're dry and I'm ready to set the stones in. So until then, thanks for watching. Please hit the like button and I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Hi everyone. I moved this inside. It's evening here in Idaho. Gosh, it's warm. It's been 100 degrees plus. So these dried outside in the sun today. And what I'm going to do is let's get these off of here. And I'm just going to glue my stones in. And these will be done, except for the heart. I was thinking about that. I think I'm gonna pour a little resin in there and add a few dried flowers. I think that would be really pretty, because I have had women purchase these for themselves, so I thought that would be really pretty. And I'm going to put that aside for the next time I pour. I could finish that off. And like I said, we're just going to use these flat back faux turquoise pieces. And my little Indian. The last batch of these I made, I had a lot of old jewelry pieces with turquoise in them, and I was able to use that up. So this is why I'm rather limited on this batch. I think I am going to paint the feather here, have it stand out a little bit. But I can do that at a later date. I can, see if it's sells like this, or if not, I can touch it up and add more color to it. So we can put that one aside. So it's just these. And what I'm going to use is, I could use my E6000, but I really like this Loctite super glue, and this is the gel, and it sets nicely. And let's find the Indian piece. Where are ya? Which one could it be? It's got to be this one. Okay. I don't know if you can see where I cut into that, but I wanted to get it snug so it fits right in there on the end, like so. Once I glue it, it's not perfectly cut. I mean, there's a gap there, but still, it's pretty unusual, and it's pretty sweet, I think. So let me just get some, I think I'd be safer to do it this way. Some Loctite in here, in this little jelly area. Some gel down. I hope I'm not out of this already. No, we're not. We should be good. This one's not that old. Okay. And I could take one of my little swabbies. Just kind of spread that around a little in there. Get the sides. At least it gives you some time before it sets up. Spread that around. And go ahead and set this in. Have to jigger it a little bit. And it's there. It's flush. And it's in there. There you have a very unique card holder. So that turned out nice. That one's really nice. Now the rest I can go ahead and do. I don't know if you remember, this one was supposed to be the heart. And I thought, nah, I'm not doing the hearts. I wasn't doing very well with that. So I did a trio of circles here. And we're just going to spread that around. And Bert wants out. It's nighttime. Sorry. Not happening. And we'll just set that right in there. So it looks set in. It fits. It's It's gonna be pretty sweet. And then I went ahead and did 2 here. Spread that around. Oh, he's gonna be real vocal, isn't he? Yeah, we'll slide that right in there. Now, if I was using my E6000, I would tape those with painter's tape just to make sure, you know, because it doesn't set up as quickly. But this way, I'm sure they're going to stay where I put them. Probably got have a little too much on there, but that's all right. And then, there you go. Different, eh? I hope you like them. Please let me know in the comments what you think. Now I'm going to lay this one on its side over here. And I can keep going. Shouldn't take too long. I'll just say thank you for watching. I apologize for not having a video out last week. And please hit the like button and subscribe. Please share with your friends. Let YouTube know that you like what I'm doing. It's very beneficial. I sure do appreciate you all. And with that, I will let you go. And I will say good night, everybody. Take good care. We'll see you next time. Bye. Well, hi, everybody. Here they are. I finished them up. See how nicely they hold a business card? They'll fit really nicely on someone's desk. So, you can see the turquoise. This one I did 3. And, yeah, there's the Indian, the feather. And, I think they turned out great. So, I hope you enjoyed them. Thank you for joining me. Bye.